Hello and welcome to another video on the Cybersec Migrant YouTube channel. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that's of paramount importance to most new immigrants to Canada who particularly work in the cybersecurity industry. One of the things you want to do as you get here is to find your feet, settle down, and find a job, preferably in the industry you're used to, so that you can continue to live the life you dreamed. But sometimes it's hard to get a role, to find a job within Canada. But even despite all the challenges, it is possible to find a role as a cybersecurity migrant in the industry locally here within Canada. And today we're going to be looking at 10 companies who recruit immigrants and offer them opportunities to join their companies as cybersecurity experts. Welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching another one of my videos. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you would consider subscribing to this channel if you like our content. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That helps us also grow on YouTube. And without much ado, let's get into today's discussion. As I said earlier, it's important to find your feet when you move to a new country. You want to be able to, find a job, get some money, live the life you dreamed of, be doing something that's important to you. And as a new immigrant, sometimes that can be hard. But despite that, there are so many companies that do give immigrants opportunities, who would offer them roles, particularly in cybersecurity. And today we're going to be looking at 10 of those companies who I think are one of the top 10 companies who offer new immigrants roles in cybersecurity. All of the companies we're going to be looking at today are privately owned and have shown a great propensity to giving new immigrants the opportunity to thrive by giving them job opportunities and not discounting the experience they've had from their home countries. And so to start off that list, I just want to say that it's not in any particular order. The company ranked number 1 isn't any better than the company ranked number 10. It's just a numbering scheme. There isn't any particular order to the number. Without further ado, here are the top 10 companies who actively hire new immigrants into cybersecurity roles in Canada. The list is in no particular order. The first company on the list we're going to be looking at today is IBM Canada. IBM is one of the most popular technology companies globally after being founded in the United States in 1911, and Canadian operations began in 1917. IBM is a totally integrated technology company providing cloud services, consulting, workflow, and a host of services to businesses who require the services. And IBM as a business is a champion of diversity. They've got an initiative called the Be Equal Champions of Diversity and Inclusion for Everyone. And they try to drive progress for everyone in every community, including minorities, visible minorities, of course, indigenous people, and also peoples and persons with disability. So they've got a huge focus on supporting diversity within the workplace. Fun fact about IBM, you might know that in 1997, IBM built a supercomputer called Deep Blue. That was the first computer to be able to actually defeat an actual human chess grandmaster. Fun fact about IBM. Next on the list is TELUS. TELUS is a telecommunications company in Canada, considered the third largest telecoms provider in Canada with over 9.1 million subscribers. It was formed in 1999 as a merger between BC Tel of BC and TELUS of Alberta. They kept the TELUS name, but currently is headquartered in Vancouver, BC. Like I said, it is the third largest telecoms provider in Canada, and they offer a wide range of services. So apart from being a telecommunications company, they are actually a technology company and have a sizable security consulting business. And TELUS is dedicated to attracting diverse talent. They've got a strong cybersecurity portfolio, both for the TELUS business as well as for several subsidiaries of TELUS, which include TELUS Agriculture, TELUS International, TELUS Home Security, and TELUS Health. TELUS is known as a strong people-first organization dedicated to building a world-class workforce, known to attract great and diverse talent, and it has strong diversity, equity, and inclusion policies for its employees. TELUS is known as a strong people-first organization dedicated to building a world-class workforce. It's known to attract diverse talent and has strong diversity, equity, and inclusion policies in place for employees, and also great working conditions for its staff. Its benefits include things like RRSP matching, stock options, as well as generous parental leave for the employees. It's consistently ranked in the top 100 list of best places to work in Canada, and it's one of Canada's best diversity employers. So that's why they do hire a lot of cybersecurity talent who are new to the country. Fun fact about TELUS: TELUS has a community volunteering initiative where its employees go out and volunteer within the communities where they live. It's got the motto "Give Where We Live," and it's known by the acronym TDOG, which means TELUS Days of Giving. Very nice acronym. I think it's very nice. It sounds like a very cool name you would have for an ace fighter pilot. So TELUS is second on the list. Third on the list is CGI Group Incorporated, and it's a global IT consulting and services firm. It was founded in Quebec in 1976 as a global firm, and throughout the 1990s it doubled in size and rapidly expanded to global markets in the 2000s. They offer a whole lot of consulting business, particularly in the governance, risk, and compliance space, helping companies to manage their risk, assess their risks, and properly deal with risks that might arise in the course of their daily business operations. As a company with global reach and global client base, CGI is committed to diversity and inclusion in its hiring process. And that's always a great indicator for new immigrants who are looking for roles in companies. That's what makes CGI one of the best companies for new immigrants to Canada to find roles in. And they actively hire new immigrants from outside the country into cybersecurity roles within CGI. So if you're looking for a role, check out the CGI careers page. You might find an opportunity that's available for you. Another great Canadian company to work for is Deloitte Canada. Deloitte is a leading professional services firm, which is a very popular worldwide consulting firm that's part of what's called the Big Four, and it is the largest professional services firm by revenue and number of professionals. It has a strong DEI policy that celebrates and respects every member of the team without reservation to creed, race, or religion. And Deloitte prides itself on its inclusive workplace, and it has a very interesting tagline of "Be yourself and more." So that shows that they are willing to allow diversity in the workplace, hire new immigrants into cybersecurity roles, and give them a chance to thrive in this new country where they move to. They're always willing to work with new immigrants as they try to find their feet in a new country. And perhaps you can say that Deloitte having global exposure certainly helps them to understand that immigrants bring a whole new perspective and a whole new skill set that could be useful and helpful to their business. That is why Deloitte is always good at hiring new immigrants. So you could also put that down as one of the companies that's always open to hiring new immigrant talent into cybersecurity roles. Next on the list, we come to the first bank on this list. Actually, there's quite a number of banks on this list, which means that Canadian banks must be doing something good. But the first bank on this list is the Royal Bank of Canada, popularly called RBC. RBC was founded in Halifax, Nova Scotia in 1864, and today it has over 17 million Canadian clients and over 97,000 employees globally. It is the largest bank in Canada by market capitalization, and it has operations in 39 other countries outside of Canada. In 2017, RBC was added to the list of globally systemically important banks. That's a mouthful. Or GSIBs as they're called. Globally systemically important banks are banks that are important to the financial industry globally, where any issues with them could actually have a seismic effect on the global financial markets. So RBC, it's a really big bank. And by virtue of that position, it has a strong cybersecurity business that allows it to actually keep an eye on its practices, its business, its applications, its platforms, to be sure that they are always safe, always reliable, robust, and available as often as they're needed, which is why RBC has always been able to actually attract the best talent to work at RBC. RBC boldly states on its website that it embraces diversity for innovation and growth, alluding to its inclusive policy. Several new immigrants have gotten their first jobs with RBC without any prior Canadian work experience. I personally know a few of them. And because it has such a really large business in 38 countries globally, and with 97,000 employees and having 17 million clients, it's only natural that they're going to have a huge need for cybersecurity professionals to ensure that the risks are mitigated and security is top notch in the company. As a result, RBC has shown that it's not afraid to take on the chance with new immigrants by offering them roles in their cybersecurity department. They offer a lot of training and upskilling programs that allow the immigrants to actually improve their skills as they join the company. So RBC is also another great Canadian company to work for if you're a new immigrant looking for a role in cybersecurity. So we're 5 companies down, 5 more to go. But before I go further, I just want to use this time to say, consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying this content. We really appreciate that. That will really help us to actually produce more great content like this. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a like, because that also helps us grow on the YouTube algorithm. So consider subscribing and liking this video, and that would help us. Now back to our list. Now the next company on our list is also a bank. It's Scotiabank is the next company on our list, which is also another prominent Canadian bank, and is one of the big 5 as well. It was founded in March 1832 in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and its current headquarters are in Toronto. It has more than 25 million global customers and over 92,000 employees, and has assets in excess of over 1.1 billion Canadian dollars in the Canadian market alone. It has extensive presence in North and Central America, South America, and Asia. And one of the pillars for Scotiabank is they've got a commitment to diversity and inclusivity throughout the hiring process. So there is no discrimination in hiring. You could be new to the country and you have as much opportunity as the person who's been in the company or in the country for a long time. What really matters is, are you able to do the job? Scotiabank strives to create an inclusive culture, empower their employees, and implement bias-free practices. They also claim to be committed to attracting the brightest and the best and maintain a pipeline of the best and diverse talent. And that's always great for newcomers to the country. If you're new to the country and a company says that they attract the best and the brightest and they want to maintain a pipeline of diverse talent, that's good for you, because then you know that you have a chance. They also have quite a few employee support groups and forums, and they've got a huge cybersecurity business to cater to their millions of customers globally and to safeguard their assets. And so if you're looking for a cybersecurity role and you're new to the country, you probably want to consider giving Scotiabank a look. The next company on our list is Toronto Dominion Bank Group, the TD Bank Group as it's popularly known, and it's also one of the big 5 banks in Canada. It was formed in 1955, so while it might be young, it was actually formed from the merger of 2 of Canada's oldest banks. TD Bank Group was founded in 1955 as a merger between the Bank of Toronto and the Toronto Dominion Bank. So while it might be young, it's actually old because of the history it has. The Bank of Toronto was founded in 1855 and the Dominion Bank was founded in 1869, but in 1955 they merged together to become the Toronto Dominion Bank Group. It's also one of the big 5 banks in Canada with over 89,000 employees and over 26 million clients globally. Outside its home country of Canada, it has an extensive network in the US with over 1,200 branches and operations in 16 states. It also operates in several markets globally and is the only other Canadian bank apart from Scotiabank, which is on the globally systemically important banks besides RBC, of course. So they're the only 2 Canadian banks that are on the GSIB list, which means it's a crucial financial institution in the global financial economy. TD has a huge focus on hiring new immigrants and trying to foster diversity within the workforce. You can actually read their website in various languages, including other languages aside the 2 official languages of Canada of English and French. And you can call their customer helpline and find customers who are agents who are able to speak to you in your home native language. They have a strong diversity, equity, and inclusion policy, and they support the rights of minorities and other disadvantaged persons. They've got a great work culture and has been featured also on the Canada list of the 100 best places to work for over 15 years in a row. So for over 15 years, TD Bank Group has been voted as one of the best places to work in Canada. What's not to like about that? So if you're a new immigrant, if you're looking for a place with a great work culture that's consistently voted as one of the best places to work in Canada, has strong DEI policies, and has a huge cybersecurity business that you can actually plug into. Then you could consider looking at the TD Bank group and seeing what openings are available with the group where you could actually find your feet and start your career in cybersecurity in Canada. And now we come to the final bank on our list, the BMO Financial Group. The BMO Financial Group is a significant player in the financial sector in Canada, and it was founded in 1817 in the city of Montreal. Montreal. How's it pronounced? If you know how it's pronounced, put that down in the comments. I'm always getting confused. Montreal. My French speakers, please let me know. BMO is one of the big Canadian 5 banks and is the third largest by market capitalization. It has over 1.2 trillion in assets and over 12 million customers in Canada alone. That's huge operations. It also has operations in several markets outside of Canada, including the US and China. They've got a huge cybersecurity portfolio to support their business, as well as a few other things outside of their core banking and insurance business. They recently rolled out a strategy that is focused on fostering an inclusive society by 2025 and also promoting DEI within their enterprise. They consistently receive recognition for ethical practices as well as equality, and BMO has stated that it is committed to provide improving access to development and career development for all its employees, including specifically having targeted opportunities for visible minorities, members of the BIPOC community, and it also has a lot of growth opportunities for new immigrants. So if you're a new immigrant and you're looking for a company that's looking to hire visible minorities, champion the rights and the benefits for BIPOC communities, and give career advancement to all irrespective of race, color, or creed, then BMO is one of the companies you should consider. So take a look at the BMO website and you can see what openings are available, and perhaps you could be lucky to find a role with BMO. The next company on our list is Cisco Systems Canada. Cisco is a popular, large, well-known technology company that's globally relevant. Its primary lines of business are in networking hardware, software, and telecoms equipment, but it also provides high technology services and products to clients globally as well. It has an approach of hiring new immigrants for their cybersecurity team to develop new products, to test new items out, and just to make sure that they've got cutting edge technologies available for their cybersecurity clients. It actually does have a well-known Cisco Networking Academy where it produces world-class talent for the IT industry. Employees at Cisco also get to benefit from this experience by being able to actually take courses at the Cisco Networking Academy. Cisco has a policy of hiring the brightest and the best from across the globe, no matter your race, the color of your skin, your affiliation, or your religion. And also, Cisco consistently receives high scores in several countries, including Canada, for its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. There's so much available within Cisco that you as an immigrant are able to, and if you go on their website, you'll actually see all of those information there where they tell us all about their DEI policies and their inclusion. So if you want a company where it's going to be cutting edge of cybersecurity technology and also has a high regard for diversity, equity, and inclusion, then consider applying to Cisco because they are looking to hire new immigrants who are able to add the best to their team and provide world-class services to their clients. And finally, the final company on our top 10 list is Accenture Canada. Accenture Canada is a global consulting and professional services firm, and I really like this one. They've got a new slogan, which is "Let there be change," and that embodies everything that Accenture is trying to be. Accenture started life in the 1950s as the technology consulting arm of the defunct firm Arthur Andersen. Then it split off in 1989, first as a separate unit of the company, and then in 2000 it broke off all contractual obligations with Arthur Andersen before adopting the name Accenture in 2001. Today, Accenture has over 738,000 employees globally, and its revenue exceeds $61 billion annually. It consistently appears on the list of the best places to work in Canada, and they have a key component of their business as cybersecurity consulting. Accenture has a lot of industry partnerships with giants of the cybersecurity industry, including AWS, SAP, Google, and Microsoft, among others. An interesting fun fact, Accenture maintains a global network of several cybersecurity R&D laboratories for cybersecurity research, and Accenture is consistently lauded for its global leadership in diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. So if you're looking for a role in a company that's going to allow you to be your best self, and then you should consider looking at Accenture, because like I said, they've got a good policy around hiring new immigrants and giving them the opportunity to thrive in cybersecurity roles. So there you have it, viewer. Those are my top 10 companies that hire new immigrant talent in Canada. If you're a new immigrant in Canada and you're in the cybersecurity industry, you should go check out the website of these companies, look at their career pages, and see if it's an opening that aligns with you. Like I said, these companies have been making significant efforts to hire and support the new immigrant talent in the cybersecurity industry. One common thread among all of these companies, if you would notice, is that they've all got a global presence. So by virtue of having a global presence, they are aware of the fact that great talent abound not only in Canada but outside of Canada, and sometimes that great talent finds its way to Canada, and they would like to keep themselves at the cutting edge of their business by giving this great talent an opportunity to thrive within their environments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share with your friends and colleagues, as they might benefit from it. If you work at any of these companies and you think you would like to shed some more light about the policies and why your company is a great place to work, leave a comment down below and we would love to hear that. Or if you think your company isn't on this list and deserve to be there, also let me know down in the comments. I'd like to know what other companies are great for new immigrants, what other companies are able to allow new immigrants to thrive and work in the cybersecurity roles like they've got the experience for. Like I said, if you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching another one of my videos, and until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.